Hi, VincoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, January 6th. One system is now pulling away from the mid-Atlantic region, and attention now turns to the next system. It looks like Saturday's storm will produce significant amount of snow for portions of the southeastern U.S., all the way from Alabama into southeastern Virginia. In fact, some portions of the Carolinas, perhaps even southeastern Virginia, could receive a foot or more of snow out of this weekend storm. By the time late Saturday or Saturday night rolls around. It also looks like this system on Saturday will produce snowfall into the immediate I-95 corridor region of D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. In fact, accumulations on the order of a coating to a couple of inches are possible in the big cities of D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. Just to the south and east of the big cities, 2 to 4 inches is likely on Saturday. Places like interior South Jersey, and just to the south and east of there, 6 inches or more can fall on Saturday along the South Jersey coastline. Places like Cape May down into the southern part of the Delmarva Peninsula, like southern Delaware, for example, could see 6 inches or more on Saturday. There will be a sharp gradient in the accumulations on Saturday on the northwest side of this storm, so a shift in the storm track over the next 24 hours or so to the northwest, for example, could have a big impact around here in the immediate I-95 corridor. It's not only the storm track that we'll be monitoring over the next 12 to 24 hours, it's the strength of the storm itself, which has a direct correlation to the extent of the precipitation field. That precipitation field can expand a little bit to the north and west, certainly not unusual in the last 12 to 24 hours of a developing coastal storm. And we'll get into all that over the next few minutes. Here's the current surface map. First of all, last night's system is now off the mid-Atlantic coastline and pulling away to the north and east. It produced around 2 or 3 inches of snow in southeastern Pennsylvania, around 3 inches in Valley Forge, around 3 inches in Westchester, 2 inches officially at the airport in Philadelphia. Underperformed a little bit in the D.C. metro region. There were many hours last night where the radar was showing a gap over the D.C. metro region. Many areas ended up with a coating of snow, officially a trace at Reagan International Airport. Again, all the clouds associated with this system now diminishing, partly sunny skies for today, and attention turns to this big system out here in the southwestern U.S. This will go all the way across the southern states and then produce snow in Alabama, Georgia, the Carolinas, all the way into southeastern Virginia over the next 12 to 24 hours or so. And again, some areas in the Carolinas and up to Virginia could receive a foot or more of snow on Saturday. Well, let's take a look at the upper air pattern before we look at the high-resolution NAM computer forecast model for this upcoming storm. First of all, a couple of waves of energy in the northern stream, one right here and one way up here. Meanwhile, the main wave down in the southern branch of the jet stream is down here in the southwestern U.S. This pushes along like that, eventually phases with some northern stream energy, and the end result will be a rapidly intensifying storm right in this region itself. It's not the classic setup for a major snowstorm for the I-95 corridor of D.C. to Boston, especially not the classic setup for the northern and western suburbs. Nonetheless, there can be enough intensification, rapid intensification for some accumulations in the immediate I-95 corridor, and a slight shift to the storm track or the extent of the precipitation field could have a big impact still, even at this late hour, in the immediate I-95 corridor region. Here's the forecast map for tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, at 500 millibars. And here's that main wave in the southern branch of the jet stream. Low pressure, again, will be moving in this location here during the day on Saturday. And when this finally arrives, it'll phase with the northern stream of energy, the northern wave of energy, and develop rapidly a low pressure just off the mid-Atlantic coastline. Again, snowfall likely right into the I-95 corridor region on the northwest side of the storm, in places like D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and the heaviest accumulations will be just to the south and east of the big cities. Well, let's take a look at the very latest computer forecast model. This is a 12Z high resolution North American mesoscale model, the NAM model. I tend to look more at the NAM model as we get within 24 hours of an event. It's a high resolution model and tends to do a better job when you're that close to event time. This is the forecast map for early tomorrow morning. The blues here represent areas of snow, and here's the developing low off the South Carolina coastline early tomorrow morning. Let's just walk through this on an hourly basis, and we'll see the projection up here into the I-95 corridor of indeed some snow moving in on the northwest side of this storm. Again, there will be a sharp gradient in the snowfall amounts here on the northwest side of the storm. By this time, mid-morning on Saturday, the storm is now off the North Carolina coastline. Heavy snow inland across North Carolina into southeastern Virginia. Let's keep walking through here. And northwest edge is right along the I-95 corridor. Again, a little bit of a shift in this to the north and west could have a big impact in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. Could also go in the other direction, a shift to the south and east, and end up with very little, if any, snow in the immediate I-95 corridor. Let's keep pushing ahead, and this is now by late tomorrow afternoon. That storm is pretty far off the Virginia coastline here, but snow all the way back in to the I-95 corridor. And by the way, all the way up to the Boston area as well. And then let's push ahead a couple more hours here, and by the time early tomorrow night rolls around, it will be pulling away from the D.C., Philadelphia, and just almost ending in the New York City metro region. But following this storm, there will be some bitter cold air riding in on north to northwest winds for Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday. In fact, temperatures could drop to an amazing below zero in portions of the Carolinas, way down into the southeastern U.S., where there will be a fresh snowpack of perhaps a foot or more of snow. Could get down to 10 degrees, near 10 degrees in some of the Philadelphia suburbs, for example, by Sunday morning. Just a brutal cold air mass following the storm on Saturday. For Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday, we warm up a little bit by Tuesday, and especially by Wednesday of next week. So one system pulls away this morning, and more snow is on the way, it appears, for Saturday into early Saturday night for the I-95 corridor. Stay tuned to VencoreWeather.com for updates later today. That's it for now. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.